Warning. The following video might contain some elements that may not be suitable for some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. The Wind Waker. It was the first Zelda game that I ever played, but I gave up on it when I got to the Forsaken Fortress and never played the game since. But about 3 years ago, I thought I should give it a try. So I went to my local GameStop, but they didn't have it. I was happy because I went to every store that sells games and they all said they don't have it. Then about a week later, me and my dad went to the local garage sale. While he was looking for junk, I went to the kids section and then I saw it. A black box with a label saying the Wind Waker. I quickly grabbed it and went over to the person selling it and asked how much for the game. He said, and asked how much for the game. He said, "Please take it. Please, I'll give it to you for free." That made me a bit skeptical, but I didn't really care, so I took his offer. When we got home, I turned on my Wii and put in the disc. I got a nostalgic feeling when it booted up. When I got to the title screen, I noticed a couple things that were off. First off, there weren't any music or sound. Secondly, the sky was black. And lastly, the creepiest thing in the title said, "The Kill Waker." It made me wonder, did the guy's kid hack it or something? But I wanted to play it, so I pressed the start button. Everything was fine until I got to the part where Link's sister gets kidnapped. Link was to jump and Tetra would catch him, but she didn't. Link fell, and right before he hit the rock, the screen cut to black for 30 seconds. Then I was at the scene where you met the King of Red Lions, except he was red and black, and he had a evil, scary grin and said, "Hello, Link. I'm sorry for what happened to you and your sister. I'm the King of Black Lions." Then I noticed Link. His clothes were black, his skin paled as the moon, and he seemed sad, with blood in his face, with blood and his face and arms. And he continued, "You must make that, beep, that killed you pay, and that bird too. Take this instrument of death and make them suffer." Then I got the Kill Waker. There was no description. Then he said he needs a sail. I went out and saw it was night. It was pitch black with no stars. I noticed the NPCs were looking at me strangely, like they were scared. I tried to talk to them, but they would say nothing or scream. I went to the salesman with enough money, but he wouldn't sell it to me. I gotta use the Waker for whatever reason. I started to tell salesman, then I could use it, so I did. Then the screen went to black, and I heard a scream. I said I got the sale, but when I looked at the salesman, it said it was on the table, dead. I was curious about what happened. Then go back to playing. I was confused about what happened, so I tried on the children. I went to black and I heard screams. Next, they were laying on the ground with black eyes with tears of blood. As sick as it was, I would continue to play it. I went back to my boat and said to go to the location mark on the map. While I was sailing, I noticed something creepy. Link seemed happy after what happened. When I got to the location, I noticed it was Tetra's ship. When I got on board, the crew began to try to kill me, but Link used the Waker to kill them all. What I saw next was horrid. Everyone was killed in a sick way. One had a knife in an eye, another was on fire with his left arm missing, and the others were even worse. Then Tetra came to see what was going on. In the cutscene, Link used the Waker and it went back to black. Then I saw Tetra rip in half from Link kneeling over her. Then the message block said, "I got Tetra's heart." God, that's revolting. When I got back to the boat, the King of Black Lion said, "Nice job. Now we must go to the bird." So I went to this fortress. After getting the hammer, I was sent to the bird boss battle. After getting the mask off the thing I could do was use the Waker. After I did, I saw the body with no head. It was a gory mess. There was blood everywhere, and even on Link. Then the sister came and said, "You're a monster! Why are you doing this? Just why?" Then to my surprise, Link used the Waker again. Earl screamed and then fell. Link turned his head 180 degrees with an evil grin and said, "They're all dead. Game over." It went to black. Then the message box said, "You're next." To my horror, Link began to walk to my screen slowly and laughing. I tried to turn off my Wii, but it wouldn't work. When he got to my screen, he slashed it with his sword and it went off. That experience scared me deep. I went back to the guy's house, but when I got there, I saw the old house. A dog ran up to me and said, "No one has lived there for years." I went back home I went back home, got the game in this case, and buried it in my backyard, hoping I never see it ever again. So that was the Killwaker, a Zelda creepypasta, and it was pretty good. Even for it just felt like just Pokemon Creepy Black, but with a Zelda flavor on it. But yeah, just if the story's kind of decent, but that creepy scene of a Link trying to slowly walk towards the screen is kind of unnerving. Like it's just like something out of the ring. That's what I'm thinking of when I read that part. But yeah, and also the whole the whole getting like an old game in the garage fan. Yeah, that cliche is kind of getting old. Just give me something different. Just please give me something different. Than just like I got this game from the garage fan, and seriously. And also the part with the whole seeing like a characters get like killed in pretty brutal ways, and Link just and then the part with the Tetra that with Link just grabbing Tetra's heart, which yeah, that's kind of horrifying, but like visually. So yeah. So anywho, it's a pretty good creepypasta, but it's no crazy masterpiece, and Ben Drown or other Zelda creepypasta are better than this, but yeah. So this is Mr. Freddy here, and I hope you have a very a good spooky night. So subscribe for more content, and see you later. Hope there's nothing coming towards the screen that could kill me.